Hi, this is just a quick video to introduce myself. My name is Jessica Hoyle. I'll be one of your professors for the course. The first thing I want to tell you is that I went to a liberal arts college just like you. I went to Reed College in Portland, Oregon. I was a math and economics major. I wrote a senior thesis just like all of our majors do. That's a picture of my thesis advisor, Jeff. We still keep in contact. When I graduated from college, I moved to Washington, D.C., where I worked for the Federal Reserve Board as a research assistant. Fun fact there, until about 2 years ago, it was my face that was advertising the position on their webpage. They finally updated their materials, but they've been busy in recent years, what with the Great Recession and now all the stuff that's happening with the economic response to the coronavirus pandemic. We'll be talking a lot about that in the macroeconomics section of the course, so stay tuned. After I was an RA there, I went back to school at the University of Michigan. I had two dissertation advisors there, both of whom had connections to CC. David actually went to Colorado College. He dropped out after a couple years and went driving around the country and finished his degree elsewhere. Anyway, somehow he ended up being my dissertation advisor. My other advisor was Jeff Smith. Jeff's advisor is Jim Heckman, who is the only CC grad to ever win the Nobel Prize. So anyway, I've had forces that have been pushing me to CC since before I even recognized that was happening. 1 year while I was in graduate school, my third year, I spent working for Innovations for Poverty Action in Kenya. I lived in a small town in rural western Kenya on the border between Kenya and Uganda. It was about 40,000 people then. It only had one paved road, which you can see right there. That's also where I did my dissertation work. I am a development and behavioral economist by training. So that's what I did my PhD research on. When I finished my PhD in 2013, I went back to Washington, D.C. to work for a think tank called IFPRI. There I did work in Ethiopia and Senegal and Uganda. Most recently, my work has been in Tanzania and in Kenya, and I would love to talk with you about it sometime. So that's a little bit about my professional life. My personal life, too, I wanted to introduce. So I've heard that it's funny to talk about the people that you're all quarantined with as your coworkers. So my husband, as my coworker, he actually works at the college. He's in ITS, and so one of the very first things he did when we holed up at home was to write a label on his door, ITS, so that I would always know where to find technical support. My other little coworkers, I have a 3.5-year-old and a 1.5-year-old. And fun fact about the big one, we went to a barbecue at President Jill's house because, she's an economist, she's in our department. We had a barbecue at her house. And for a couple of days in advance, I was teaching him to say, "Hello, President Jill, it's nice to meet you." And instead of saying that, he says, "Hello, President Jill, I'm adorable." Just like that. And at one point he had to go potty, and so, we take him inside the president's house, and he steals something from her house. He stole this from the president's house. It's a magnet. It's a refrigerator magnet. It's a lobster. And so he takes it off of the fridge, and I immediately go put it back and then tell Kevin, Kevin is Jill's husband, also in our department, what was happening. And Kevin was like, "Jill hates that magnet. We should ask her." And so President Jill, gave my family this lobster magnet, and it is now proudly displayed at our house. So anyway, that's a little bit about me. A little bit about my situation right now. I hope you're all doing well, and I really look forward to getting to know you. Bye.